Mayor Bacon, thank you for being with us. I know it's been a busy and emotional morning. We watched that news conference, the interim president of the hospital where their students are being treated, breaking down. I saw that you yourself were a bit choked up. What's the hardest part of your job today?
Yeah, this is tough. This is a small community. We all know each other. Many of the students, I'm also a coach and a dad here in the community. We know many of these students are our neighbors, they're our sons and daughters, so it's personal.
Have you spoken to any students or their families this morning or overnight?
Yeah, well, as soon as I leave here, I'm going to head over to the counseling center, East Lansing Hannah Center, and begin to kind of just be support, whatever I can do to support the staff or the students. Will be there for them.
You know, that's a big job. As a mayor, as a leader, you have a number of things on your agenda, on your itinerary, but to be a support emotionally, viscerally during a time like this, what would you say to the community right now in East Lansing?
Yeah, I'd say we hang, excuse me, that we stay together. It's what we do here in East Lansing. It's the home of Michigan State Spartans. We're all Spartans, and we talk about Spartan will, and it's about community, and it's kind of what we do naturally. So it's just we're gonna have to engage that and double down on that spirit, and just support each other and come together at this time for sure.
Police saying this man, this suspect, had no ties to the university, past or present. He was able to just walk on campus late last night and shot up at a couple of locations. But I thought it was interesting to note that the police said that the response there locally by law enforcement was overwhelming and happened within minutes. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we're really accustomed to that. We host many large events where, obviously large basketball, football school here. So we're accustomed to responding to events like this, not this catastrophic in nature, but we're accustomed to it. So mutual aid, cooperation, work with the EMS fire, it's very well coordinated here in our community. So it's that part of us, it's just a normal part of what we do here as a hospitality and in Big Ten cities. So that part's normal for us. This is not normal. But I'm happy with the response from the surrounding communities, East Lansing Police and Fire, Lansing and surrounding communities, as well as Michigan State Police, Michigan State, and the FBI.
The interim president of the university, notably emotional as well, saying that she was wishing the students' families, those most impacted by this, peace that passes all understanding. Clearly, this is, as you mentioned, a tight-knit community. I know the school will be closed down for the next couple of days, but what resources are being made available?
Yeah, we'll continue to expand on those. We have mental health aides. We'll be working with the Department of Health and Human Services here in the state of Michigan to continue to expand those. And we're getting multiple reach outs from different organizations, and we'll begin to deploy those. We'll continue to do updates and press releases as a city to let people know what available resources as they come online. But we'll have them available until we get out of this crisis, and we'll kind of work with Michigan State to coordinate resources. So we'll make sure we're not having too many redundancies, but we'll partner closely with them.
Governor Whitmer had mentioned the Parkland shooting in Florida several years ago. It happened on Valentine's Day. I was there reporting when that happened. Clearly, this is not the kind of a day. You don't want this to happen any day, but when it's on Valentine's Day, a day that's notably known for showcasing love, and you have this terror and this horror on campus, what would you say to the students, those young people who were impacted, who'd been barricaded inside of buildings on campus or their apartments for several hours?
Yeah, we just want to send our love out to them. My daughter attends actually the University of Michigan, and last night she was reaching out and making sure I was safe. And there's nothing kind of worse than a child having to check and make sure their parents safe. So I just want to do the same thing to the kids here. Many of them are like my kids, and many of them I know from the high school and surrounding areas. So I just say to the parents, do everything to keep your kids safe. We'll provide the resources to help get everyone back on track mentally and emotionally. And we'll just continue to work with you from there, and we'll just be strong and supportive as we can be as a community.
I can't imagine, I actually can imagine, because I've been in those scenes where you yourself maybe didn't have a child die, but you see the memorials, you see the faces of those who knew someone who was injured or killed, and you can be kind of numb and go into just autopilot of just trying to handle business. But once you have a chance to process everything, what is your plan for the rest of the day and the rest of this week?
Yeah, I'll just be available for as needed. It's kind of unfortunately built some muscle around this stuff through the pandemic, and in partnership with Michigan State and surrounding communities in the capital here and the governor. So some of this kind of compulsory crisis response is built-in muscle now, but it does come in handy in these situations. But when time permits, I will have my own time to grieve and mourn. But in the meantime, I will provide support to the community and Michigan State at large.
I don't mean to be too personal, but did you know any of the young people who were killed or injured?
No, I did not. But there's still things coming out here, and it's about 1 degree of separation here in a small community. So I'm sure we're going to figure out sooner or later, how we're all connected in this. So we'll know more soon.
It touches every single person there. Thank you so much, Mayor Bacon, the mayor of East Lansing, Michigan. We appreciate your time and our best to you. Strength to your heart, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.